the SK Light Modifieds, and we expect another full field. I think there's like 110 of them registered. It seems like at least 60 registered for this season.
And last year we were seeing 30 to 35 cars pretty much on a weekly basis, and most of the drivers are back this year. It's a stacked field of drivers, and so you got a lot of good young drivers, but you also got the mix of veterans who've been around for a while, Kyle.
33 strong, 20 laps. Race number 1 for the SK Lights is underway off of turn number 4, and it's Brian Sullivan in the outside lane that gets the jump. Here comes Tyler Chapman back to the bottom. Amanda West into the outside wall in a big way, and 2 or 3 other cars involved. Her car came off the ground for just a moment. Brandon Michael, it appears to be involved in the 74. Trouble turn 3, a couple cars get together and others go sliding in, including Brandon Hunt. Caution is out again.
And look at the back end of the car that is heading off turn number 4. Bid for the lead up front. Brian Sullivan, Monaco Ford, comes off the turn. Chapman washed up the racetrack, and here comes the Mad Pup. White flag, and Glace runs way up the hill. Tries to bring it back down, almost in front of Baldwin. That's the battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. But Brian Sullivan is on his way to a victory. Chapman hunts him down. Brian Sullivan, a former champion, off turn number 4. They are side by side as they come to the stripe. Wow.
Brian Sullivan by 5/1000th of a second over Tyler Chapman.
I was kind of mirror driving the last lap and overshot the entry there, but made for a photo finish anyway, so it was a good run, good start to the year for all of us in one piece, and that's the way to start the year out.
As Cassandra Cole steps on the throttle, and the Foxwoods Casino Machine moves out front, but we've got trouble.
Haley DeZonia goes around in front of most of the field in turn number 2. Caution is out.
But it is still Cassandra Cole. Now inside, Anglace move to the bottom of the racetrack. Bottom shot move, and Glace is your brand new leader. Bissett will now move to 2nd, and he makes a bid for the lead.
Top spot, turn number 1, 3rd different leader, maybe, as it's a crossover move. Here comes Anglace back to the bottom of Bissett, who had the top spot for less than 100 yards. All of this just in front of Asklar in 3rd, Matthews in 4th, Cassandra Cole kicked back to 5th after getting moved to that outside lane a couple laps to go, gets back in the line, but the leaders for the 2nd time by are still side by side at the front.
Side by side is the way they run, evenly matched. Now Brian Sullivan is working his magic, coming into the top 6. Off the turn, Bissett's got a nice run. A lot of momentum. Askler is right there on the back bumper of Anglace. Inch by inch, he thought he could. On the outside, Bissett keeps digging. Whirlwind, kind of a tornado type thing. Off the turn, down low. Here he comes. It is Askler, still at the line, 10 down.
Matthews in 4th, Cassandra Cole in 5th. She is finding pressure by Alex Pearl to her outside. Another challenge for the race lead with 9 to go. Here's Askler to the bottom.
He'll try a different type of a move.
And
it doesn't
Askler
work.
goes around.
He goes around. Cassandra Cole does a great move to get on by, and we've got a caution.
Top 5 can't get much closer off of turn number 4 with Meg Fuller looking on in 6th as they come to the stripe. 7 to go, and it's beset by a half a car length. Little bit of contact there on the straightaway. Anglace is okay. That contact from Matthews, who settles in the line in 3rd.
Off the turn, he'll rumble back to the line. Matthews reels him in. George Bissett Jr. has done it. He will take down the win.
Hell yeah, buddy, come on! All my fans up in the stands. I got all my sponsors here tonight. You know, this is pretty magical. You know, I wanted to win last week, but I could have waited a week, and this is all right. And I'm very humbled to be here tonight.
We are in week 3 of 2023, and the SK Light Modifieds are headlining the action with the 40-lap Double Down feature race number 1.
Oh, what happened to Tyler Chapman in turn 3?
All of a sudden, that car just slowed.
He's done before the green flag even comes out.
We were warming the tires up, and we didn't make it to the start-finish line. I think the tranny kind of crapped out, and which is probably a good thing before the green flag. We got ran over for that one.
Oh, down the back straightaway.
One car goes around in the middle of the pack. Amanda West gets collected, gets hammered by Bob Charland in turn 3, and a few more pile in as well.
Now they're nose to tail. Now Sullivan takes a peek at the bottom. Going. Will it be gone? Comes off the turn at the stripe. It was Brian Sullivan to take over the lead. Brian Sullivan, a former champion. Here comes Bissett. He smooches the back bumper. No love affair there. The checkered flag is out. Brian Sullivan will take down the win.
I see George coming in the mirror, so I had the last 5 laps drive my butt off there again. I knew he was coming.
Almost had
handshake there from our second place finisher. 20 laps of distance, SK Light Modifieds go under the green flag with Tyler Alkis in the outside lane. Car number 89 getting the jump on this 32-car starting field.
Charland has excellent forward bite, the center of the turns in turn 1 and 2. He has it again in 3 and 4. He steps on the gas and at the stripe. It is shown as Tyler Chapman.
Oh, Chapman goes around in turn 2.
Gathers it back though.
Well, tries to.
Yep.
Oh, black flag for the 39. That's big.
It is, and he's going to drop to the rear of the field.
Trouble in one car, 2 cars, 4 pile in turn 4. Brandon Michael being one of them. Paul Root in the 82. Jason Chapman in the 44.
Bob Charland, the leader. Oh, trouble. Down the back straightaway. Asler goes around. Tyler Berry looks like he caught the end of that one.
It'll be the white flag this time into the final 2 laps. Sullivan gets it wound up back straightaway, making a move to the inside of Charland for the race lead in turn 3. Can't make it stick on the bottom. Bissett is right there in third. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for Bob Charland and Brian Sullivan now to the bottom.
They cling and they clang. They come off the turn. Here comes Bissett. Bissett hustles his way to the inside. Sullivan moves to the point of the arrow. They come off turn number 4. Brian Sullivan is there. Here comes Bissett. Charland shuffles back to the 3rd spot. But at the line, it is Brian Sullivan.
Brian Sullivan's 3rd win of the year. The only other driver to win this season is George Bissett Jr.
Tyler Chapman, a horrible night 2 weeks ago, breaking on the pace lap.
He's had a horrible last 3 races before heading into Friday night. I mean, it was a rough stretch for that 41 team, whether it was incidents or mechanical problems.
Off of turn 4, green flag is out, and Tyler Chapman gets gone at the front of the field in car number 41. 30 cars, 20 laps, 1 lap to go as they single out toward the front. It is all Tyler Chapman.
It is Tyler Chapman, but the story's going to be a battle for second. Tyler Chapman is looking for a home run.
On a free run, the car was wicked fast, as I think. But, you know, and I'm happy we're back in victory lane after a long, hard season.
Green is out, 36 strong go under the green flag as they go to turn 1 at the front of the field. It is going to be Matthews leading the field up the back straightaway.
Trouble.
Asler. Yep. And it looks like Joey Farino involved in the 87, Brewer in the 51. May have got a piece of it, 1 other car.
Off turn number 4. Back to the line he comes. It is Matthews. Impressively taking down the victory.
It's going good. We made a lot of adjustments on it today and just kept digging with it. And my guys, they're great. You know, they're always doing stuff and tweaking on it, and it was awesome.
Woo! Amanda West to the inside, Paula Root to the outside, green flag for 20 laps.
Amanda West gets a nice bite to quickly take over the lead.
Tyler Chapman in car 41 trying to clear George Bissett Jr. and at the same time close in on Amanda West, who is under fire in turn 3 for the race lead.
Amanda drifts up just enough, unfortunately, to give the advantage to Chapman. We've got a brand new leader, 17 laps in the record book. Amanda West is not going to give up.
As Tyler Berry has an issue off of turn number 4, that car goes around. Megan Fuller is involved, and we go under the caution flag.
Here is the white flag.
Oh, trouble off turn 4.
Hitting at a ton.
It's last week's winner, Chris Matthews, car 29.
Textbook start. Chapman by inches.
Oh, Jason Chapman doesn't come up to speed, and they're going to stack up about half of the field here on the front stretch.
Dogfight battle for the lead, and guess who's there? The Mad Dog. Short-lived. Chapman is there. As they come back to the line, white flag is out. 1 lap to go.
Into the final lap, Tyler Chapman out front. Here comes George Bissett Jr., Brian Sullivan, and Amanda West. Top 4 grouped tightly together in turn 3 for the final time.
Final chance. If you've got anything, you'll throw everything at it, including the kitchen sink. They come off the turn. Wow. It is Tyler Chapman to take down the win.
Tyler Berry, it seems like they might have figured their car out a bit because they haven't been happy with the handling of that machine, and it seems like they get better as the season rolls on.
Going through turns 3 and 4, hangs on to the ship as they go down the backstretch. Challenge for the lead. Here comes Tyler Berry trying to make his way underneath Anglay's. Best seat in the house to watch what goes on is Nick Hovey. New leader is Tyler Berry.
And now Alex Pearl out of shape in turn number 4. Bissett had to back up. Dezonia will spin. George Bissett Jr. will be parked for the contact over in turn 4. Checkered flags are out, and it's going to be Tyler Berry picking up the win, his first of the season.
Even if we didn't wreck out, we were going to cut the thing up a little bit. We have been off this year. It just hasn't been responding, and we cut off the front clip and the rear clip, and we started brand new.
It's round 2 of the Superstar Racing Experience, but this time around, the SK Light Modifieds will be headlining the first portion of the event as they have a 30-lap feature, non-points, $1,500 to win. It's the Monaco Ford SK Light 30.
Ron Mitford Jr. is going to pull up alongside Berry. They get together and Mitford goes around in front of the field. Everybody scrambles. Brandon Michael goes around. Wade Gagner slides through the grass. Casey Vogt spins around.
Looks like Amanda West has some damage in car number 15 as well. On the inside of the racetrack off of turn number 2 and up the back straightaway. Drag race into the corner. It's going to be Chapman coming out on top.
Oh, Tyler Berry's loose off of 2. Gets hit from behind by Anglaise and goes around on the backstretch. As the white flag waves, final lap, here comes Pearl to the inside.
Time to go for Alex Pearl. Had a look to the inside, couldn't make a run. How about off of turn 2, up the back straightaway? He'll have one final shot in turn 3.
He looks down low. He gave Chapman a shot down the backstretch. He's on the apron, trying to find a hole, but he can't do it. The Monaco Ford SK Light 30 goes to Tyler Chapman.
I shouldn't have won that race, but I held him off for the whole 30 laps. The car was wicked tight, but we managed to pull the win.
It is Dunleavy's Modifieds night, and it's also really hot. So we're going to have this pit preview focus on the SK Light Modifieds as they have their 40-lap main event to headline the action.
Both rows pushing hard into the first corner. We saw West make the outside work on the last restart. Now it's Sullivan's turn. He gets the run off of 2 and pulls out ahead by half a car lane. Oh, got trouble in turn 3. Casey Vogt in the 75 goes around in the middle of the track, and that brings out the caution with 3 to go. It's Brian Sullivan leading the way, looking to sweep the 2 40-lap events for the SK Light Modifieds this year, and he's looking for victory number 4, but Alex Pearl closes in with 2 turns to go.
Alex Pearl continues to run to the back bumper, can't do it. Off turn number 4. Checkered flags are in the air, and the winner will be Brian Sullivan.
It's a big one, and we definitely wanted to be sitting here in victory lane, and we did our homework this week, and we went through the whole thing, and we didn't leave anything on the table this week.
And massive kudos to George Bissett Jr. 37 to 4th.
Yeah, amazing.
If anyone doubted what that 39 car can do, they aren't doubting it anymore.
It really proves to you, like, all right, you guys passed cars. We had a big chip on our shoulder after that race. I think I had more fun in the second half than I did the first half.
Bissett on the inside, pulled underneath Chapman in the middle of 1 and 2. He drives it in deep into 3, slides up half a lane. He's just about clear, but not quite. Bissett leads lap number 8, still has a bit of an advantage over the 41. Bissett got a little loose off of 4, and that opened the door for Chapman, who slides way up the track.
Out of shape.
And Meg Fuller spins in turn 2, gets hammered by Casey Vogt and Jason Chapman. Bob Charland piles in, Matt Brewer gets a piece, and Chris Behan spins down low.
Here comes car 41, Tyler Chapman, looking to take the race lead for George Bissett Jr. in turn 3.
Bissett blocks the bottom lane and drives it deep into 3. Chapman reels him in, but it's not enough. George Bissett Jr. gets his 2nd win of the year.
It was kind of like, all right, let's go get these guys. You know what I mean? We can go get these guys.
A little bit better start for Alkes at the front of the field as he leads them back to turn number 1 on this 2nd attempt with Charland in 2nd, Meg Fuller in 3rd. in a side-by-side battle for that position. They fan out 2 and 3 wide further back. Kalogiannis off the pace, clips Amanda West, and they're wrecking in 3.
Everybody scrambles. Chris Fiens gets into the wall after contact with Cassandra Cole. More cars piled in behind him. Alkis is running way wide coming off the corner, and that's giving Fuller a chance. She moves to the inside of Alkis with 3 laps to go as they battle hard for the lead in turn 1.
Alkis in turn number 1, the race leader, but for how long? Here comes Megan Fuller to the inside, looking for the race lead, and car number 2 gets a bit of a shove from George Bissett Jr. on the inside. Megan Fuller to the top spot with 2 laps to go. 1 lap to go. Megan Fuller leads into turn number 1, but finds pressure from George Bissett Jr. and a fast closing Alex Pearl from 3rd in car 7.
Half a lap to go. Fuller is just 2 turns away. Pearl moves underneath Bissett in the battle for 2nd. That's all Fuller needs. She's gonna do it. Megan Fuller is a winner in the SK Light Modifieds. Megan Fuller has done it. She claims her first career SK Light Modified win.
It all means so much to me. We've been chasing this for 3 years now, and I can't thank my dad and Keith Rocco enough for all the hard work that they've put in these past 3 years.
To the line they come. Double greens are waving in the air. It is a drag race, 3 wide. To the bottom of turn 1, Chapman is there. Side by side to the inside, Alkis to the top side. They come off the turn. Mitford's up to 3. Bonza as they come back to the line.
Alkis keeps sliding wide off of turn 4. That's what allows Jason Chapman to take the lead.
Car number 7. He moves to the inside. Trouble now.
George Bissett Jr., Meg Fuller, and Kalogiannis tangle, and that brings out the caution with 2 to go.
Meanwhile, Pearl doesn't get a good bite off the turn. Alkis is, contact is made.
Right in
Mitford
front of the
goes
field.
around.
Matthews
Hard
hits the
hit.
wall hard. Alex Pearl gets a piece. That's actually Alkis that hit the wall hard. Brian Sullivan's on pit road. How much damage did he have? Oh, I think he's got a flat left front.
He thought he had the luck of the Irish.
Oh, that's the point leader.
Side by side, bid for the lead. Bissett rumbles in the outside lane. Chapman brothers. Hot pursuit, glued to the bottom of the racetrack. Luke Baldwin is there next, and here comes Amanda West.
This is Chapman's chance for his first SK Light Modified win, and he's right on Bissett's bumper.
Bissett closes the door. There's no room at the end this time. Off from turn number 4. Back to the stripe they come. It is George Bissett to take down the win.
That means the point gap, Ben, from 48 points, it's down to 8.
Game on, dude. It was go time.
Kalogiannis in the inside lane, and Cassandra Cole gets a nice jump out in front. And Brian Sullivan wastes no time at all. He becomes the tail that wags the dog. And then all of a sudden, Sullivan, that neon orange machine, will glow at the front of the field. They are evenly matched, and Sullivan is still scored as the leader of that circuit.
Here comes George Bissett Jr., winner of 2 of the last 3 SK Light feature events, right there in position number 3 and ready to pounce. Tyler Chapman is there as well in the 41.
Here comes Bissett. Bissett moves into 2nd. He lines himself up with the IB bumper of the Alexandra Pearl machine at the front of the field. Tyler Berry now working over. Here comes Bissett. This will be the 4th lead change of this event. Deep down into turn number 3. Here comes George Bissett on the bottom. Pearl on the outside. Wheel to wheel, they come back to the line. George Bissett becomes the leader by a chrome horn.
Back to turn number 1. Here comes Pearl, battling back to the outside. Has to get in line off of turn number 2.
Right there to contend to work his magic. It is the Tyler Berry machine.
Change for the lead, turn 3, Alex Pearl to the bottom. He had it for a moment. Here comes Bissett back to the inside. Crossover move with 8 laps to go as they go to turn 1, side by side again for the top spot.
It is Pearl on the outside, Bissett on the inside. Their door handle down in turn number 3. Off the 4th turn. Who's it going to be at the line? This time when they cross the stripe, Bissett is still the leader, but not giving up an inch to the outside. Alexander Pearl, he continues to dig in. look back for the 4th and 5th position. We've got 3 cars contending there, but a dogfight battle at the front, and Bissett is the dog that's leading him back to the line.
All eyes at the front of the field as Tyler Chapman may have scraped the outside wall off turn 4 while running in 3rd. Saw the sparks fly a moment ago. About 5 car lengths behind the battle for the lead, which for the 4th time is locked up side by side. Bissett and Pearl, here they come off of turn 4. 5 laps to go, and this time it's Bissett by a car length. George Bissett Jr. looking for the checkered flag.
He comes off turn number 4. George Bissett Jr. will take down the victory.
With the win tonight for George Bissett and the 4th place finish for Brian Sullivan, 2 points separating Brian Sullivan to George Bissett going into next week. SK Light Modifieds go under the green flag. Ron Mitford to lead the field into turn number 1, 36 strong. Tyler Chapman has other thoughts though, and looking to make it 3 wide for the top spot in car number 41.
Tyler Chapman pulled off perhaps the Timex timely move of the event.
42 spins here front straightaway. Wade Gagner barely misses him. Everybody else hard on the brakes. Todd Clark nearly goes over in the 0-0. Caution comes out.
Matthews continues to dig hard. Here comes
trouble. Gets turned back straight away, and others becoming involved. Sammy Anderson flying through the infield. She is barely going to catch the wall. Paula Luke's involved. Tyler Berry's involved. Then car 41 leads up the back straightaway by about 3 car lengths over Chris Matthews in 2nd.
No question about it. They're side by side for that 3rd position. Off the turn, they rumble back to the line. It is Tyler Chapman to take down the win. George Bissett is 3rd. Brian Sullivan is 4th.
That means they'll be tied going into championship night.
Hell yeah, dude, you're tied now. I was like, all right, this is going to be good.
In the SK Light Modifieds, a lot of talk about this because the top 2 are tied in the championship standings.
And Bissett has the momentum compared to Sullivan.
Our game plan didn't change going into the last race. It was to get to the front early and try to win and then try to put as much distance as we could on them. And I knew I didn't have many tires to put on.
You know, kind of sat in the corner, like really didn't leave the trailer. Everyone's like, all right. I'm like, yeah, I'm just nervous. Yeah, I'm just nervous. And I was. I'm not going to lie. I was nervous. The butterflies were going all day long, man. It's terrible.
In a bid at the battle of the top 5. Trouble now.
Barry goes around. George Bissett Jr., one of the championship contenders, barely missed it.
I don't know if anybody knows, but I blew up a brake caliper, a brake rotor, and the thing gets sideways. I'm like, then here I am cranking freaking front brake in it.
And look at Brian Sullivan. He went from the outside to the inside with a big swoosh. They are almost 3 wide as they come back to the stripe. And it is Chapman right there behind Brian Sullivan. Chapman digging in on the bottom. Tyler Chapman not giving a break to the man that sets up his race car.
George Bissett Jr.'s got to go further back, or does he? With the way they're racing at the front of the field, he might be in the safest spot because the 2 drivers closest to him in the championship battle are side by side at the front. Sullivan and Chapman, 1st and 2nd. Sullivan looking for the title where he runs right now. Chapman, some 40 points back, 3rd in the standings, would need to have something to happen.
That gives Bissett the opportunity to move in within striking distance. He is now up to the 4th spot. Brian Sullivan still in 2nd. Tyler Chapman in command.
Drives it into turn number 3, does George Bissett Jr. to the inside of Meg Fuller, and immediately takes that 3rd spot away. Now he is 1 position and about 10 car lengths away from the driver that he needs to pass to win the championship, and that is Brian Sullivan.
All right, I'm catching Brian. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to get him. I really don't think I'm going to get him. And then boom, yellow comes out, and I'm just like, there is no way.
And the caution comes out, and then I knew we were in trouble after that.
Deep into turn number 3, Sullivan still has it. Here comes Bissett.
All come down to the final 4 laps. Here is George Bissett Jr. to the inside of Brian Sullivan.
Double checkers are waving. Tyler Chapman will take down the win, but George Bissett Jr. will be the man with the crown.
It's amazing. I'm at a loss for words, you know. We got underneath Brian, and I saw he was loose, and I was like, there is no way this is happening right now.
It was just crazy, and then everybody's like coming up behind you, like hitting you in the back bumper and crap, and it's like, and then like all the emotions came. I started crying. It was like, it was super cool. It's just when you accomplish something that big and basically one of the toughest divisions at Stafford, it's unbelievable.
Nah, it doesn't. It is what it is. Like I said, my plan from the start was to win races and go out there and have fun. So we had a good year. Didn't wreck anything. Won the races I wanted to win. Made some money. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to lose sleep over. We had a good year.
We need to win more races. We want to actually get the all-time winningest Escalade Driver Award. So I think we need 9 more wins for that one.
Being able to be towards the front of the field week in and week out is really something you can hold your head upon. Negative is we didn't win a race this year, which is kind of disappointing, but we'll work really hard for next year and keep going at it.
We had good momentum coming into it. I think we had a pretty consistent at the end of the year. Obviously, we'd like to get some more wins and try to get up there a little bit higher, closer to points if we could, but we knew we weren't probably going to be able to win the championship unless I won the last 4 races. So we were just going there as a normal racer to win every week, and we started to have a lot of fun at the end of the year.
No one beats the Mad Dog, right? So I got out of the car and I like screamed that. Everybody was like, it was like roaring, dude. It was so cool. It was like an arena full of warriors. It was so badass.